Buddhas, thank you so much for using my channel. Before we start the live feed, I'd like to say an extra big thank you to the people who support all three of my channels via patreon.com and buymeacoffee.com, because my content just wouldn't be the same without you. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. You'll find the links in the description of this video. So, shall we start chanting together in unity? Okay, let's do it. Hi, amazing Buddhas, fantastic Buddhas of Eagle Peak, of Ceremony in the Air, we meet again, fantastic Buddhas of the Saha world. Which is it? I hope it's Eagle Peak. I hope you're feeling amazing and fantabulistic. Like I said last time, we can't always feel this way, but the important thing is that we chant and believe in our Daimoku and study. I'm always reminded of, and maybe it's because of this that I put too much pressure on myself to achieve each day. I don't know, but apparently I heard this, and I've heard this many times, but I think I've heard it from Sensei actually. So, but I've never seen any quotes to know for myself. But I have no doubt. I have no reason to doubt Daisaku Ikeda. I think it was him who was talking about Beethoven. Ludwig van Beethoven, the composer, famous composer, who really suffered from depression. But even so, he would really try to do something each day. He would try to achieve something each day. And apparently he said, no day without line. In other words, even in his darkest, his deepest, darkest moments of depression, he would still strive to write at least one line every day. And I love that, although maybe sometimes I might take that to extremes. I think sometimes I forget that resting is an achievement. When we're so busy in life that, what can I do today? What I need to be doing something. Well, resting is a need. Resting is, sitting in the garden. For me, doing with my puzzle book and a cup of tea or whatever it is, and in the sunshine, and just being. That's an achievement, right? Sleeping, certainly for me, is an achievement. So I don't think that's quite what Beethoven was talking about, but I think we translate it into our specific lives, don't we? So for me, it really is an achievement to stop what I'm doing and resting, because I'm either chanting with you 3 times a week, or of course I'm doing Gongyo myself, and then I'll be either editing, or I'll be making music in front of me here to the by the side of the camera is my recording studio, my musical equipment, my synthesizers, etc. Or as was the case, probably talking about late July, August, certainly last month in July, where there was World Cup football and there was lots of cricket, lots of sport on TV. So I would take specifically my MIDI keyboard and fix it up to my laptop in the lounge in the house, and do that while I'm watching sport. So to sit outside and just be is an achievement for me, that's for sure. Speaking of achievements, shall we do that crazy little thing called Gongyo? Not the crazy little thing called love. Crazy little thing called Gongyo. Shall we do that? Who's up for it? Oh, I can't hear you. I'd never make a good children's entertainer. I can't hear you. Right. Let's do... let's chant for what we want today. But for me, I'm going to chant for gratitude to you. And hopefully you get the most out of your minutes, days, hours, weeks. I'm sure you do. Here we go. Let's do Gongyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo. Hoben Pandai Ni. Niti Sason Du Samayan Johnny Kika Sharia Sasabi and then Maria Gati and Manangai Nanyu Wesa Shaman Yakasi Bizafin Achi Shawi Shaka Bizajin Samana Kameshi Shabasidinga Shabas Maria Daha Yam Yasha Jam Yasha Fiman Jaja Jin Jin Miza Ohazeke Chinanga Sharia Skadi Davisi Rashi to win and she do Hey Kawan Ganka Mishu Haben Inda Shijara Wisha Dakashawi Shaka Haramas Kaiga Sakasari Sonora Chicken God Arjin Nam Mariama Gairikame Shawi Sanjay Gada San Marjin Yumi Sajaja We Say Mizo Nora Nashida Famas Gasa Shahagan Chinu Nanakashi Sin Sharia Sashi Yangan Chin Mariama Hen Mizo Oha Bishi Sadaji Sharia Safi Bishi Sawi Shaka Buzia Buzanina Gurjin Jahadi Sasha Wisha Hana Zesa Naze Shana Zeta Naze Rikina Zesa Naze Yin Naze Yen Naze Kana Ze Hana Ze Yata Shawisha Hana Zesa Naze Shana Zeta Naze Rikina Zesa Naze Yin Naze Yen Naze Kana Ze Hana Ze Homa Kikyata Shawisha Hana Zesa Naze Shana Sana Zayin Nazayan Nazaka Nazai Naza Homa Kyoto Myoho Renge Kyo Nirya Jirya Han Daiju Roku Jiga Takabara Shaka Shaka Sho Maria Yakasaman Nakasaya Soki Jasapa Kakai Mushu Wakshi Jara Niwa Bisla Nira Maria Kawi Jashi Jaga Habengai Naihan Nijis Masada Gato Juwashi Yashajin Zerigana Tenda Shida Sigan Nifikin Shiken Gamasaka Kuya Shari Genkaya Rainbow Nishakas Gashin Shida Kenshin Bakashis Inu Nation Jiga Gishisa Kishis Raji Sengaji Gashi Dada Sashi Famous Iha Ben Rikal Kane Miss Famous Yaku Shidaku Gashin Gashagabo Always Chahanya Tafi Mashi Tani Gamas Laga Ken Chashu Jamas Zayaku Kai Kai Fi Genshin Ragashagas Going Ganshin Ramba Nice Isa Turikinaza Owa Saki Kaja Zaria Jisengi Yashaji Shashi Shaken Kajin Dakasha Shaji Gashi Shunan Anri Shada Kakshida Hajagan Haji Teke Kashida Shayi Raksha Tenga Kadenga Dasashi Gigaku Mandara Kesambas Gada Shagada Tafuki Nishiga Fishaku Nanya Sashi Go in and Karasaki Kafe Manzaba Myashu Ushaku Dokuniwa Shishikasa Kagengashin Saishi Nisa Shi Suspazimayaku Naiken Bisha Isa Sabasan Gache Rekinaza Ekasha Maria Jemya Mesha Kagishiga Dukunyato Shishama Tashi Shakita Davia Yatim Musga Jepe Kanyawi San Habeniti Yashika Designigan Sebeki Shaku and Shai Banbu Tenda Designiga Miss Aja Kengaka Nisha Kyoshi Shin Hawi Sadakago Yakda O Akadaji Gaja Jeshita Gada Figada Shokada We Say Shishu Hama Jesus Senin Igaria Shita Takani Mijada Sakata Jibushin Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo, Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo, Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Wow. Thank you so much. How was that for you? I hope that was just as amazing, no, even more amazing as it was for me. That was just fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me live today. If you're watching this back, hi to you too. You're amazing. You are awesome, as it says on screen. So yeah, I was thinking throughout the Daimoku how what I want to change. Be the change you wish to see. Well, I know there's a few of you out there with ADHD, and I'm pretty sure it's an ADHD thing. Oh, excuse me. You did not want to hear that. Where we get overwhelmed by certain things, and there's a thing called kind of demand avoidance, which I'm pretty sure is part of being overwhelmed, where the demand of certain things, even if they're good things, becomes too much, and we tend to kind of be not able to impart to others what we really need or want. So an example is it happens so much, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this now so that it's out there, and kind of it's in public, so to speak. So it's there's more onus on me to change and to improve, I should say. It's a bit like wearing a Nam Myoho Renge Kyo shirt or t-shirt or top, in public, and then you can't really, well, there's a responsibility, isn't there, not to really create negativity while you're out. It's something that I do often, actually. So, for example, I might want some lunch, and often I'm watching sport, as I mentioned earlier, and say there's football on and it's half time between 12:45 and 1 o'clock, but then someone comes and uses the kitchen at 12:40 without asking, or without seeing if it's okay. Does anyone else need the kitchen or whatever? And I can't make my food because we only have a small kitchen, and so I don't eat because I'm not going to miss the sport. What's more important, eating or the sport? Well, often it's most important for me is the sport. So I get overwhelmed, and my wife will say, "Well, it's okay. I'll make you some food." And because I think maybe I don't want to be like my dad. My dad was really like, my mum's name was Patricia, and she would say, "What's for lunch, Pat?" So he'd never make lunch himself. He'd never make his own food. When Mum passed away, he did, because he had to. But I don't want to be like him. So the demand, I'm trying to avoid the being like my dad, and so that it becomes a demand. And so I'll end up for hours and hours and hours and hours and days, it feels like, just say, "Look, sorry, darling," to my wife. I'm not, please don't do that. And it's to the detriment of both of us, because actually she really wants to help. I don't know if I'm making sense, but, when it's like an overwhelming feeling. I mentioned just a few minutes ago about, wearing my t-shirt. My merchandise, if you like, and I wear that out often because it makes me more responsible. Now, the other day when I was walking the dogs, I wasn't wearing this. I wasn't wearing wasn't wearing my merchandise top, and I was walking the dogs, and in the short distance there was this person with a really whippersnapper dog. It looked quite vicious, actually. It's clearly not, but it was really, let's say, keen to see my dogs. Now, I keep my dogs close on a shortish lead. And so we're walking, and I do that because if they're here, they're everywhere. I get, I'm all over the place. I can't concentrate, and I end up falling over, which has happened. So I keep them close so that they. And my dog, Lito, the small one, was trying to sort of pull away a little bit to go and greet this other dog. But I was like keeping it. Come on, Lito, come on, keep with me. But this other dog was on one of those really long things. This person had it on a long, what do you call it? Things that it's on a reel, so it goes a long way and then they can bring it back. And it was really barking loudly and like trying to get to my dogs, especially to Lito. And I wasn't having it. I was like, come on, like this. So Lito wasn't barking. She was just keen to go and say hi to this other dog, but this other dog looked like it was savaging. It was really, and I'm like, oh, I'm not having that. So I just tried to continue walking, and this person said, "Come on, both of you, come on, stop this, both of you." And without thinking, I said, "Well, it's just one of them." In other words, it's their dog, creating all this. And my dog is just not even barking at all. And I walked off and I thought, I wouldn't have done that if I was wearing a, Knight of the Buddha logo and whatever. And so I wouldn't have done that. So why am I doing it now? So yeah, there's improvements to be made. But Sensei, he would get back to his apartment as a 19-year-old or as a young man, 20-year-old, when he had responsibilities in the SGI, in the Soka Gakkai, as it was then. And he would get back to and say things like, well, I need to chant more. I didn't like the way I spoke to this person. I need to really chant more. So that told me that actually he also said, maybe wasn't how he thought he should respond or react to or speak to other people. So I think it's an interesting thing. This practice doesn't really. It's not a magic potion. It doesn't just suddenly, we're no longer human. We are super beings, and we will always be respectful to others and say the most wonderful things and encouraging things, and we'll never suffer. It is not that practice. It's it's cause and effect, or really cause, isn't it? Where we make this, whereas we shouldn't really. It's not great to focus on the effects, to focus on the causes, and I think it's an interesting thing. I was going to segue into something else. I'm not going to, because I've been talking for long enough. But it's an interesting thing, isn't it? How we can view this practice, and how we. I think if we view this practice in a way that any negative we can change into a positive, I think I'm talking to myself here, really. Thank you for being my echo. I really am. I hope you don't struggle with the same things, but I'm sure we're humans. I'm sure we do. I'm sure we all have a shared struggle. I could go on a day about this. I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it there. Maybe pick it up next time. No, I won't pick it up next time, and then we'll make sure you join me. If I say I'll go on about it again next time, you might. Oh God, Nigel, shut up. Just I'm not going to join you next time if you're going to bang on about this again. There you go again. I'm so negative about myself. Amazing. Just done Gongyo as well. Right. I'm going to have the most amazing rest of the day. And I hope you do too. Whatever you're doing, whatever time of the day it is there for you. Please take very good care of yourselves. And thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for watching this back. Until next time, happy chanting.